Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Skill Hunter. Now, this is something new that I've been working on for quite some time, but let me go ahead and explain what the hell this is. So, what is Skill Hunter? It actually came from an anime from Hunter x Hunter. A lot of you know that I've been posting a lot of memes and reactions from the show. My wife introduced me to the show last year, and I've been in love with it ever since. I've been still trying to figure out how to finish the manga and find the time to do it. But one of the things that I really remembered and loved from the series was the Phantom Troop. And the Phantom Troop is this gang of thieves, and they have this leader. The leader of the Phantom Troop's name is Chrollo Lucilfer. And Chrollo actually has a special ability called Skill Hunter. And Skill Hunter is basically the ability to steal the powers from somebody else. And he keeps it in this notebook that he calls the Bandit's Secret. Now, the way Skill Hunter works is Chrollo himself has two of his own abilities, which is Skill Hunter and another one called Double Face, which is basically a bookmark. And within this book, he has stolen a ton of different powers, from like the indoor fish to order stamp, lovely ghostwriter, just a number of really cool abilities. And basically he can just sort of pick and choose which ones he wants. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that I admire everything else about this dude. I mean, there are a lot of things that are about his character design that I think are pretty awesome, but mainly the harvesting of people's eyeballs is maybe not the thing that I want to identify with. But Skill Hunter in particular, just the concept, I love it as an analogy for myself. And basically Skill Hunter boils down to the ability to learn skills from others and make them your own. And in the context of what we are talking about when it comes to content marketing, digital marketing, Skill Hunter essentially works this way. For me, I can't steal people's powers and abilities, but I do have my own skill set. As someone who graduated with a BA in Communication Studies from San Francisco State University, one of the things I love about a comm studies degree is how flexible it is and how applicable it is to so many different facets of my life. And that has allowed me to learn a number of different things, from branding and copywriting to social media management and content creation. And a lot of those things are skills that I had acquired myself through just work and my own experience running the page. But on top of those things, I also have my Bandit's Secret, my collection of tools that I've acquired over the years, from everything from YouTube University to talking to people on the podcast to going into independent research of my own and trying to learn about these things on my own, self-teaching myself graphic design. And some of these things include like graphic design, photography, video editing, animation, entrepreneurship. So essentially, this whole entire series will cover just a gamut of all the different things that I know when it comes to digital communication. Now, when it comes to the gold nugget of what Skill Hunter is trying to accomplish, it's a fact that building a social media platform will allow your voice to be heard. And learning the tools of digital communication and learning the tools of how to build a platform, how to post, how to think about content creation, all of these different things will essentially aid you towards building that stronger, more impactful, more authentic community. And for me, my voice is in politics, race, culture, things like that. But for you, your voice might be in something else. Your voice might be science and technology. Your voice might be in celebrity news, in pop culture. So whatever it is that you want to go ahead and create your platform based off of, a lot of the fundamentals that we learn in Skill Hunter can apply. Now, just like Chrollo Skill Hunter, this series, Skill Hunter, will also have a couple conditions that I have to go ahead and meet, because I want to be able to put some guardrail so that way I'm not just like hitting record and going off the rails. I want this to have some structure. I want this to be able to feel like you were getting something out of this. Now, the 3 conditions are that the topics that we cover need to be useful. It has to be something that you can immediately use. Maybe it might not be universally applicable to every single person who is reading it, but if you are looking to start up a page, or if you were looking to learn how to copyright, these tips have to be able to be applied immediately. It can't be this thing that you have to wait 5 bajillion years in order for you to use. I also have to be able to teach you how it works, so that way you can sort of tweak it and make it your own. And lastly, I have to be able to actually teach you why it matters, because for me, throughout elementary school, throughout middle school and high school, I always wanted to know why things were important, why it mattered for us to learn about algebra and mathematics and geometry. And I just like knowing those things because I think it gives you a sense of purpose. So I want to be able to communicate that as well. So in this case, in the case of Skill Hunter, I want to be able to go over those 3 things. So how is Skill Hunter useful? It all really boils down to media literacy, to be honest. Media literacy allows us to access, evaluate, create, or manipulate media. Now, what do I mean by media? If you are just talking face to face, that is just one-to-one verbal communication dialogue. But the minute you start including photos, the minute you record your voice and you want to send that out and distribute it, that becomes a form of media. A piece of media can be a tweet, it can be an image, it can be an explainer video. So media is so all-encompassing, and it is so diverse that there are multiple branches within media. So there are topics that we can talk about for years and never really cover the full gamut of media literacy. Now, how does Skill Hunter work? Well, basically every video that we topic will cover a new subject related to content marketing, personal branding, brand strategy. And again, these are just sort of the general topics that we're going to be discussing. And similar to Chrollo, the more abilities that he comes in contact with and he steals, the more he has to show. And same thing with me. So the more I learn about my business, the more I learn about my own industry, the more I'm willing to share and the more I'm willing to go ahead and share that knowledge. Now, why does this matter? Why is Skill Hunter even important? Why should you even pay attention to it? Well, I think in general, if we're talking about media literacy and knowing how to create and access and analyze media, how to build platforms, I think all of that coalesces into the larger framework of digital communication. And knowing how to communicate is all a matter of what you're trying to communicate. And for a lot of the people who are following this page, who are more progressive people of color, who want to change the world, knowing how to communicate on social media is so important towards making your voice heard, allowing your voice to be seen by the right people, allowing your voice to be accompanied with the right images or the right packaging, because no matter what it is that you're trying to sell, whether you're selling cosmetics and handmade soaps, or you're selling a vision, or you're selling an idea for the future, we all need to know how to communicate better. We all need to know how to communicate more efficiently. We all need to know how to use these different communication tools to reinform our content creation. All right, everybody, that is all. This is going to be a very short series. Again, I don't want these to be too long and drawn out. Thank you all for watching. But a few quick notes before we leave. Special shout out to Stage 4 Clothing. They are run by my great friend, Jason McCoy. And they sent me these really cool shirts. So this is one that I'm wearing right now. I'll be wearing another one very soon. But they are very, very comfy. And they are incredibly aesthetic. They are POC owned brand. And yeah, definitely go ahead and check out Stage 4 Clothing. I'll go ahead and link them down below. Visit their Instagram. They just released a new collection of beanies, sweaters, long sleeves, short sleeve shirts. They sent me 3, and this one over here is just, it has that soft, like I can sleep in this shit. You know, some shirts like they kind of choke your armpits, and they don't look good on your arms. This one cut right where it needs to be cut. Super comfy. So if you're interested, definitely go ahead and shop at Stage 4, and you'll also be supporting a member from the LLAG community. So, alright, everyone, go ahead and follow LLAG Media on YouTube, and don't forget to join our Facebook group over at LLAG Business, where a lot of entrepreneurs, artists, and activists of color go there to share their experiences and their journey with starting a business, with entrepreneurship, and we'll collaborate, and if anybody needs any input or insight into their business, we're all there to help. So definitely go ahead and check it out, and we'll see you in the next video very soon.